In today's video, I'll show you how I upgraded this boring corner of my house with some cool built-in shelves. I always thought built-in shelves between wall studs is a creative way to add storage and character to your home. This corner of my kitchen leading to the basement was kind of useless, so while framing the new kitchen, I decided to put some blocking in the wall for said built-ins. I never actually filmed this, but I took the studs and I put this blocking in horizontally. And this just kept the studs from moving around and created a frame for the built-ins. Then I dropped the drywall on and took a router bit and cut out the edges of the frame. Now you could do this with the drywall already up. That would require more cutting and then knocking the blocks in from the backside. I've sampled about 9 different stains and I've come up with gun stock from Varathane. It tends to look pretty close to what I have in the house right now, as well as the cabinets that I just put in. I've let it cure for about 24 hours now. I'm now going to take a scuff pad or Scotch-Brite just to knock off the top layer, any dust, and then wipe it off with a nice clean microfiber before putting the polyurethane on. I'm using this Minwax polyurethane with a warm ultra flat finish. Now this does go on pretty easy, but it takes a little while to dry, so I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for another 24 hours. I repeated this process several times to eventually add enough material to do this. I'm using plywood as the backer and then various finished boards from Menards. I'm starting with putting the plywood up against the lath and plaster on the other side. I already cut this to fit. I'm not going to go ahead and glue it just because I have intentions of eventually finishing the space on the other side and I don't want it to be glued up against the lath that I want to take down. From here on, I ended up measuring everything, making sure that it was even, so that way I'd know how wide to rip the boards down on the table saw. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we just gotta do all the other sides. So here's the part I've not been looking forward to. We need to make the bottom sill of these built-ins, and I want to do one piece across, so that means I'm gonna have to notch right here and then cut to fit, so this will slide in, pushing this backboard on, and then we can put our sides up. So this will be a lot of fun. I'm gonna use masking tape to mark the area so I'm not gnarling the wood with the pen, and then I'll have to end up ripping it to size, and then I'll take my vibration multi-tool and cut out the notch. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to cut this back a little bit. I'm looking like 1.5 inches right now. I'm going to cut 7/8 off. Much better. And from here on out, just gotta mark my stuff. With my dimensions, I'm using this square here to mark out my cutting lines as well as how far I need to go. Now some of you are probably going to ask if I have any dimensions or drawings for this. Unfortunately, I was kind of winging it, so I really don't have anything to give you. But this is a good guide on what you can do and the steps that I took to make this final product. So I've now got my lines to cut, and we'll do that with the multi-tool. Oh hell yeah, that actually fits really good. Alright. Need to make sure how much of this to lap off on each end. So we'll need to do some measuring. And then we're golden, we'll put it in. So this is my trim. I'm gonna run this right up to it. And then we have our edge that we need to cut to. Put a little bit of paper there, and now we have our cut line. Take my fresh cut and just dab it a little bit. Put it back in. There we go. And 4 1/8. 30. 33 1/4. It's tight, but it's gonna work. Very nice. This is awesome. Alright, so now I'm going to take these trim pieces here and hold them like this. I've painted them. And we'll set this here like this. I let this be rounded off so we can get away with this being a little moved. I'm trying to cover up the paint on the back side. Go like that. I'm happy with that. Okay. And now I just need to do these top ones. This last part was a pain. Went in and out of the house like 10 times to correct this. But we are sitting pretty flush. Yes. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty dang good. So it's the next day. I had to wait for this guy to dry. It didn't come out the best, but since we're making shelves out of this board, I think I can pick and choose and make sure this works. So I need to rip this down, but first probably gonna cut them the correct size and then choose the best leading edge to keep on the outside, and then I'll rip the other one. So we're gonna need to take some measurements. Alright, let's see if these fit. This guy goes here. It's pretty good. There we go. Alright, let's get some pocket holes in these. So now that I've got the pocket holes, I'm gonna use a little bit of stain just to darken this up, make it blend a little bit better before I put it on the shelf. Alright, so now that these are mostly dry, I have a center line here on where the shelf should be centered. And I've actually taken this spare piece and I've measured the distance the top of the shelf should be as a guide to hold me so it's not too high or not too low. So I'm going to zap them in on the inside, then use a level to verify, and then I'll zap them in on the outside. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up the built-ins. By no means am I an expert on this. This is actually the first time I've ever done this. So if you guys see something I made a mistake on, please let me know in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you later.